people, my name is Larry, aka Dad. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Derail Valley episode 6. I hope you're all well, had a great week so far, whatever you've been up to, and enjoying the series so far. Picking up exactly where we left off in the last episode, we sorted this consist out. There's 2 jobs down to steel mill. One is logistical haul of empty carts, and the other is some iron ore. We are running 3 locos still, but today we're going to run 2 for initially. So, without much further ado, let's just check the jobs. So, we're going to C30 and C1S. And we want to set our jobs. So, if we look at the map quickly, so we are currently up here. What we're going to do is we're going to come out of here, and down here, around this, and then down here, and then down around here, down to steel mill. Should be a fairly straightforward run. We'll set our switches before we head off. So we are up here. So we're going to come out of there and go, let me think, right, and then I want to go right here. I'll bring this around there. And we want to go down here. Should be left. That'll take us down there. And we want to go right there. Right there. And that should take us into steel mill. Obviously, we'll change it if we need to on the way. But we are all fired up. Everything's pressured. Let's roll. Now, this is reasonably heavy consist, but we are 3 locos, so we should be all good once we get up to speed. Just want to manage our takeoff and build up some speed, really. We've got a reasonable amount of time to do this, so there's not really a mega rush on. Obviously, I don't want to take too long, have the episode take too long, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, I hope you're all well. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my content. The channel is, I don't want to say booming at the moment, because, you know, it can always stop, but it is going pretty well at the moment, which I'm quite happy about. So let's crank up some speed here. So we're on a plus 1.1 here. Yeah, we're going to come out and go off that way, I believe. And then obviously we want to be looking at getting... May well do is just start this one up as well. Should help us out a little bit. Yeah, so all we want to do as well, as I mentioned in the last episode as well, we do want to be looking at picking up the remote soon as well. So we want to be going off to the right here, so we're just going to get our switch setter ready just in case. Does look like we're okay here. I'll scrub the throttle just in case. So we're on a 60 around that way, so that's fine. Minus 1.7, so we should pick up speed. So we just want to keep our eyes peeled for any sudden changes in speed limit. because that can really catch you out sometimes as you as you're going down a hill. It can really catch you out with a sudden speed change to like 20 from a 70 or something. We're on a 1.8 here. We'll probably apply a little bit of brake. Just gotta watch that speed because we are running away a little bit. Oh, I don't recall from memory. I'm gonna be going right here as well. That was set to the right, so that's fine. On a 60 bend here. So we should be okay. It's a quick change to a 50, so we'll put on a little bit of braking. That'll take us down to 40. I mean, obviously, as I progress into my train engineer journey, I do feel like obviously I'll get used to the gradient changes and such reasonably well. Obviously, it just comes with experience. Like you watch some of the more experienced guys like Squirrel and the Lips, and they sort of just know. You know what I mean? They sort of just know what's coming. So we are pretty much just free coasting down here because we're all downhill. We're on an 80 through here. Just a reminder, those speed signs, they've got a 1 number on, you add a 0 to those and that's your speed limit for that section. So we're coming up to 60 kilometers, we're well within. If we just check the map, so we're pretty straightforward at this point. We will take a second here to grab the photo. It's a beautiful day in the valley. I didn't check the weather forecast. Just want to watch that because it's a 70. This is a hear like a bell ringing. I assume it's the brakes. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get some outside shots of that. Beautiful day in the valley, guys. Look at that water. One thing that Squirrel said, which didn't actually ever occur to me, is that there's no sun in the sky. Although there's sun on the you know, projects down, there's no actual sun in the sky, which I find that quite interesting. But I am hoping as well we'll get a bit of experience with these. Coming to understand what the signs mean. When we get a little bit closer to the steel mill, we'll start setting out our switches for when we get into the yard. We're on a 60, so just want to watch our speed. We're creeping up to 50, that's okay. Yeah, that little sign underneath the 60 marker, it kind of indicates what's coming. But I'm not quite familiar with all of them off the top of my head. So yeah, with more time, I think we'll get used to that, so we'll know at first glance what's to come and we can change our course accordingly. At the moment, we're very reactive to changes, so we want to scrub some speed now. Watch out for that tree in the track. There we go. So we are coming up on... It's fine. We don't need to do anything here. There we are on a 40, so we just want to make sure we're not creeping up too much, because this means there's a corner turn coming up on a minus 1.3 as well, so we'll naturally be picking up some speed. I mean, I'm sure you can run this sort of on the rails, basically, like, I mean, not on the rails, but because it's on the rails, it's a train game, you fucking idiot. You can run it close to the limit every time if you're confident, but at the minute I'm not confident, so I kind of like to keep a little buffer of sort of 10 miles per hour under what the speed limit is if I can, just because I worry about derailments, and that's costly. So yeah, the plan is, so this job that we took here, the one on the one closest is iron ore. We shunted that ourselves. So we the plan was we'd shunt that, take it to deliver it, and then sort of shunt it the other side as well, just to demonstrate how you can maximize sort of revenue from one job. Right, so the next junction coming up, we need to hang a left. So we're allegedly on coming up on a minus 2.8% gradient, which means we're about to start picking up speed quite rapidly, so we'll knock the throttle off. It seemed like we were struggling a bit coming up there. Yeah, so we did that, and then after that, we've done that, we want to go up to machine factory in town, because that will... Machine factories where the remote controllers. So did allude to that in the last episode, that within the next few episodes we'd be looking at picking up the remote control just to help us with shunting and stuff like that. It does cost 25,000, but it does make a big difference. So we're going off to the left here, and we want to scrub our speed because it's a 30. So when you've got a 30 speed limit, that generally means it's quite a severe turn. So yeah, the machine factory and town shop is where they sell the remote control. So that's why we want to go up there. So the next switch we want is to the right. And we may well pick some other things up in the shop as well. We're sitting on, I think, 86,500, so we're pretty alright cash-wise at the moment. We'll get paid a little bit. We'll probably end up over, maybe, I'd say probably around 125,000 by the end of this episode. The sun will be going down soon. Just scrub a little bit of speed there, fellow. We're going too fast through the curve. I don't remember if I mentioned it in the last episode or not, but basically what I did was you can sort of customize the difficulty settings. So I was playing on normal, which is fine, because there's a lot to learn, so I was quite happy with that. I mean, if you watch any of my other series, you know that I'm usually glutton for punishment and prefer it when it's a struggle. But I figured with this, because there's so much to learn anyway, I thought, well, we can just play it on the normal setting, because it will be hard enough as it is. But what I did was, I'll just double check, so we want to be coming off to the right here. Just want to get our switch set there correct. What you can buy as well, sorry, is you can buy an in-cab switch setter. Like you can mount it there or wherever you like, and it will tell you what the next switch is set to, and you can change it that way. So it's pretty good. But yeah, so sorry, to get back to the point, so what I did was 70 limit, that's fine. I changed the day-night cycle, so it's set to 2 hours real time. And I upped it to 4 hours just so we'd get a bit more daytime, so it felt like it was moving too quickly to nighttime and too quickly to daytime. So I did that. I think I did it before the last episode. because I wanted it to be daylight for longer and nighttime for longer, so we upped the cycle to 4 hours instead of 2. All the other settings I just left as they were. So we're coming around now. We want to stay left on this junction. Just double check. We definitely... Do we? No, we want to stay right. Yeah, right. Sorry. We've got a 100-kilometer speed limit on that way. Gotta be honest, the traction motors are barely breaking a sweat on this. Now we're down to a 60. So we come through there, so it should be just a fair old straight shoot now to the steel mill. There's currently no more junctions to set. If we leave that 1 notch, if we have a look at our jobs, dropping this one first, so this one's going to C1S. If we jump onto there, let's go down to steel mill. So steel mill, we're coming in here. We want to go to C yard. Alright, sorry, no, that's couple. Idiot, look at the right page. B8S is where we want to go for that one. We want to go to B3I, so B8S, B3I. So we want to drop this one first, so if we get back to this. This is the main line through, so we want to go B3. This one wants to be left. Right. Left into there. We'll pull in, drop it. No, hang on. B8S, sorry. B8S. So I'm gonna come in up here. So we want to go. I think what we'll have to do actually, we'll stop just before we get there and we'll have to scope it out, because the reason I say that, because that's a storage line, so it's very likely that there's something will be already there, so we need to know whether we can drive straight in and straight out, because we'll need to drive in, drop, straight out, reverse back. So what we need to do, I think what makes most sense is we'll hang on for now, we'll get here, we'll stop about here, we'll get out, we'll scope it, see what's here, because it may well be that we need to pull straight through and then back up like that if there's stuff already there, which is quite likely because it's a storage yard. I'd say it's exceptionally likely that there will already be stuff there waiting. So let me get on my station map. So we are somewhere out here, so we are be pulling left into steel mill. Will we? Yeah, like I said, once we're at steel mill, we won't do it on this episode, but what we will do is we'll be looking to shunt the job that we've got here. See if we can pick up some speed. We're on 120 speed limit, so not that the DE2 can get to that speed, but so yeah, we'll on the next episode we'll do a quick shunt job to put away this iron ore, and then after that we want to be heading up to machine factory, which is this one over here. So hopefully there's something from steel mill to the machine factory or somewhere close. there's a steel mill there. You can see the flashing beacon from the station house. We're getting quite close now. Probably scrub some of that speed. As the sun sets in the valley, we're chugging along nicely. It's been a fairly straightforward run. Like I said, I think we've done ourselves a huge favour of loading the consist last time, scrubbed a load of time off this. Do let me know down in the comments below if you want to see me loading, setting up the consist every time, or if you want me to just do those ahead of time, ready, and we're just ready to roll. Obviously, we'll talk about the consist when we load in. We're dropping to a 80 on a plus 6%, plus 0.6% gradient. So we want to keep our wits about us a little bit, because we do want to, like I said, we do want to stop short so that we can get out and scope it out, so we can determine. I'm almost certain that we're going to have to pull all the way through and reverse in, and we'll probably end up having to shove some cars back a little bit as well. Because ideally we need to be able to pull in, drop, pull out at the other end, but that's not going to happen, so I think we're going to just be pulling straight through. What are we on here? We're on a plus 2.3, so let's give it some power. Because we are relatively heavy. Do a quick check on the map. So what we want to do is start scrubbing some speed now, because that's the entrance to the steel mill. We want to stop short of the sign there. Bit of grass over the track. Personally, I don't really mind about that. The game is in development, so you know, it's really by the by for me. This first switch, we can go through that, because that goes off to the other yard, which I know we're not going to that yard. There's these switches here, so we want to probably just stop short after this. So if I take the throttle out now. Now we want to have a quick look. So there's definitely, I think, something in there. So what we'll do is we'll just do it. We will just power through, he says. It's because the back of the consist is coming up that gradient. Should pick up speed, so yeah, that's 6, 7, 8. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wasn't paying attention then, was too busy looking at the yards, so we're gonna have to back up here. Too busy. We've gone on the wrong. We're on a B40, which has also got something in it. B3I there is where we need to. Interestingly, what we could do. So we want to go. No, we need to go back a little bit more than that, actually. We'll stick to the plan. So we can... that now. Tiny little bit of wheel spin there. This will take us straight through, and then, like I said, we'll back up. Now the problem with this strategy is there is a bit of a climb out to the other side. Time-wise, I would be very surprised if we're out of our time bonus. Very, very surprised indeed. Let's crank the speed. I said the goal really is going to be to we'll do the shunt job after, and then we'll look to get something that goes up towards Machine Factory. I'm not off the top of my head, I can't entirely remember if Steel Mill has output to Machine Factory or not. There is like a schematic that you can see what outputs to what. So I think if we just go dead ahead, and then we need to get past that switch. And this really is where the remote could come in handy, because it could be standing on the back there and I'd know for sure when we were past. I think as long as we go back to like the end of this junction, we should be okay. That's probably seen us all right. If I so we are here. We want to be going. What I'm actually going to do, because it'll be a bit easier, is I'll just run. We want that one. Going left. And then we want that one. Also going left. Left as well. It's quite funny actually. I'll tell you what's happened there is we did the whole run on with the parking brake on these, which is why they're glowing red hot. That's funny. Dare say in that case then we've probably done it on these as well. So I wonder if we'll probably will have done a fair old bit of damage there. So probably will need to give it a bit more juice. That was my fault. Because like I said, I set the consist up. I was pushing that now. Just need that to keep going. we ideally want needs to go back a bit further than that, really. Yeah, that's quite funny, actually. That is, ladies and gentlemen, why you don't need any proof to know that I am a complete rookie in this game. Just did that whole entire run from Iron Ore Mine East down to Steel Mill with the parking brake on. So that should see us fine. So let's break that. Nope, not there. So we'll go in a pot now because I've let myself off. So now we want to go down that way. We want to go into the B3I, I believe. So while we're here, let's get our switch setter out. So we want to go that way. That's I. So I want to be going that way. Should be fine. Let's stick that in reverse. Put the brakes off. Watch this back. So it should, if I've done it right, we should just be rolling straight back. And the eye is always empty, inputs are always empty unless you've left something there. So if you've left a loco there, so you need to watch out because you could well hit that. But generally, if you haven't left anything there, they should always be empty. It's fine. We just want to get back by here, really. Let's turn that off. And we will leave that. We'll leave it connected because we know we're going to shunt this one. So for now, we can apply the handbrake in here, and we can kill the engine, kill the engine, and kill the engine. Let's go and put these in. So first one is that one. It doesn't really matter. So 28,000 for that one. Take our monies. 23 for that one. Take our monies. And then we should be at, yeah, much more than I thought, $138,262, and that will have generated that job. So we'll get paid 6,000 to basically unload and put the, it's only one drop off, so it's only going to be easy peasy. And then, this is working out pretty all right actually, because that there is what we need. We need to go to, hopefully we've got the, yeah, we've got a freight haul. It's quite heavy, but we can do that one. So that is what we'll do next. Well, not next time, the time after, because that's what we're going to do next time, is we're going to shunt that away for probably about 10,000. But yeah, that's going to do us this one, guys. Let's have a quick look at our fees. That one, that's probably the damage for running with the brake on. We're going to pay 13,000 to clear it. I'm not really worried at the moment because I'm not really looking at buying any licenses immediately. Probably the DH4 might be the next one we get, or the DM3, but as it stands, we're not worried about that. We'll just keep running because we've maxed our copay, so we're not, any runs we do now, we're not going to be incurring any more fees, so we can do that. But yeah, that's going to do us for this one, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, give me a like down below. Leave me some comments, thoughts, feedback. Tell me I'm an idiot for leaving the brake on, whatever you like. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care.